Your boy is back. What's good with y'all, man? Apologies for the long hiatus. I was trying to get my setup put all back together, but we here and we got some NBA 2K26 news and a lot of it. So let's go ahead and get straight into the meat and potatoes of everything that has been going on, man. So if you aren't aware, we did get the first gameplay trailer today. You could check that out. We also got the good old courtside report here breaking down the new gameplay features and everything that they've added into the game so far. But this is just the first of many courtside reports to come. So let's go ahead and dive into all this information. So of course, gameplay, man. Pro Play is back. Of course, there is a new Pro Play motion engine. If you don't know what Pro Play is, basically it's a new technology they've been using for a couple years now that just allows them to put better and more realistic animations in the game. They don't have to use those mocap suits and have players come into the studio and do animations anymore. They can use real NBA gameplay and get their animations for the game. So they have just improved upon that to give us more better animations. It's a new dynamic motion engine, making the actions more lifelike. There will be dynamic lower body pose matching to improve player movement, so you don't see that skating that we have seen in previous 2Ks. But that's just the tip of the iceberg with that. Rhythm shooting is back and has been confirmed, and of course this has been improved upon as well. So enhanced rhythm shooting, man, it's even better than last year. It's gonna give us full control over every aspect of the shot. You know, with the rhythm shooting, it relies on you having to do the down up flicking motion with the shot stick, but now your shot timing and tempo will actually manipulate the shooter's upper body and impact how the shot looks throughout the complete motion by reflecting how you move the shot stick. So let's say somebody's closing out on you and you want to get a real quick shot off. When you move the stick like that and you move it in a quick motion, your shot will also reflect that. So you can shoot the shot and the tempo will be rushed, but you still have the opportunity to green that shot. Even though the tempo was rushed, you can still green the timing. So that's a dope feature with the enhanced rhythm shooting, man, giving us more control over our jump shots and allowing us to get different types of shot offs, you know, faster shots. You know, you can take your time with wide open jump shots. So, you know, you have all of the control there. It says from the start, you'll see and feel the difference between early, late, slow, and fast releases. If you flick the stick up early and you rush your shot, you can do a quick release, as I just mentioned. If you flick up late and slowly, you'll see the effect with a delayed pushing motion and a lazier release. So they really wanted to hit home with that with the rhythm shooting, man. It's no longer about just matching the animation. You have full control over your shot. So getting into some offense, man. We got new signature go-to post shots. We got custom layups, man. We got a whole plethora of different things, man. So of course, green or miss shot timing is back. There is no RNG with shooting. I repeat, there is no RNG with shooting. So we will have a pure green window. As you can see on the page, more difficult game modes will be green or miss shot timing. So we have done away with the whites going in. So I really hope they decide to keep it this way. I'm a huge advocate of green or miss and, you know, knowing your jump shot timings. I just hope they decide to keep it that way throughout the entirety of the year. Now, another thing with offense, they have permanently enabled layup timing to separate skill finishers and make those highly contested finishes at the rim even more spectacular and impressive. So, you know, if you thought you were good at finishing at the rim, we really gonna see who is like that because it's now permanently been enabled. So it's gonna separate the few from the many. Another new thing that they've added in now for 2K26 is signature go-to post shots. So just like we had signature shots last year with our jump shots, we have signature go-to post shots. You can see Jokic go ahead and doing a turnaround. You got tons of different shots that you can do. You got shimmy floaters, baby hooks, up and unders, and those are some of the new moves that you can do. Of course, it's by holding up on the stick. Moving on, man, we got custom layup packages. So this year in 2K26, you can mix and match layup packages. So your floaters, your quick scoops, euros, hop steps, spins, all of those can be different animations from different players. You don't have to have one player for all of those different layup animations. You can mix and match them, and you can get really creative with how you finish around the rim and really tailor your player to how you want to play. Moving on to defense. We got some new defensive upgrades, man. They have added body ups and collisions. So we have player-to-player collisions on defense and new dynamic motion to improve authentic movement while you're on defense. So with that, you'll get more natural body ups, you'll get free-flowing collisions, and then they wanted to create more organic 1v1 situations. So you'll see that with the movement for the dribbler and the on-ball defender. as you can see with the example with Evan Mobley and Paolo Banchero. Now, interior defense has been redesigned, so it will be easier to get strong body bumps while in the air and contesting people trying to finish at the rim. And bigs, you will also feel an increased physicality when roaming in the paint. So, everybody always complains about paint defense. So hopefully they have found the fix for that and they can continue to build upon this system. But we will see how it feels once we actually get our hands on the game, man. And can't wait for early access so we can see how everything is feeling. Now, they have changed something here with rebounding, not really changed, but just revealed more information to us. As you can see, there is a new rebound timing feedback. Now, rebound timing has always been in the game. You have to time your rebounds in order to grab the rebound. So that's something that's not new to the game, but they now will be showing us the feedback for it. So just like you get timing feedback when you shoot a jump shot, you'll get the same thing for a rebound. And if you green it, then that will boost your chances at getting the rebound. Now, of course, when you're going up against another player, let's say both of you green the timing, now attributes will be what determines who gets the bigger boost and can come away with the board successfully. And then of course, other factors like positioning and all that stuff matters. So, and one thing I do hope that, strength will also be important for that as well. Obviously you need strength to acquire positioning to grab the rebound. So, hopefully strength will be important as well for that. Now, getting into some offensive controls, man, we got some new controls that we need to talk about. So overall, the game speed for NBA 2K26 has been sped up. So a lot of people were talking about that. They were talking about the game being too slow, too sluggish. So they have increased the game speed. But they've also added in some new offensive controls, and we can go ahead and talk about it. So one of the first ones, they have a new quick protect control. So with this, ball handlers can shield themselves from steals with this new quick protect control. So as somebody is trying to reach for the ball, you can protect yourself and use that quick protect to prevent them from getting that steal easily. Another new control that they have is the no dip catch and shoot. So with this one, man, I really like this feature. I'm consider myself to be a spot up shooter, and that's just one of the types of play styles that I like to use when I'm playing 2K, man. I like to shoot the ball a lot. So the no dip catch and shoots will be good for all my shooters out there. But basically with this, man, you'll be able to hold down the left trigger and you'll be able to shoot a much quicker jump shot without that dip before you shoot, like Klay Thompson, and just be able to get your jump shot off a lot faster before they get to closing out on you. Next up, they have revamped signature size ups. So they have revamped the signature size ups for a more intuitive experience. Now you can rock the pro stick back and forth, left to right, or repeatedly flick the pro stick up to execute two different size up combinations. These size ups will help you create separation from your defender while retaining the realistic look provided by pro play. Moving on, man, we got slow motion Euro steps, which will help you navigate through the paint and also fool your defenders. So go along with that, we have wrap passes. We can use those by double tapping circle or LB, and this allows us to do a wrap pass to make sure that we aren't throwing the ball right into the back of the defender. Alley-oops, man, alley-oops are different this year. So instead of just pressing square or X to finish an alley-oop, the button will be randomized for this. So when you go up to catch a lob, you will have to press whatever button pops up there on screen just to make it a little bit more difficult. Now, a lot of people were talking about this on Twitter, and it's not going to be that hard. Just look and see what button pops up and press it to finish the alley-oop. It's not that difficult. Setting screens, man, we have more control over setting screens. So when you go to set a screen, you can tap the left stick slightly left or right from the direction you are currently screening, and it will turn your player 45 degrees, and tapping the left stick in the opposite direction will turn your player 180 degrees. So, this just gives us more control over setting screens, man. Gotta love small improvements like this. Of course, we got some more improvements with AI and with coaching. There's been improvements to drive and kick intelligence, help defense intelligence, the My Player freelance engine with this. Basically, the AI on your team has a better understanding of where your player is on the court to be able to move accordingly. We got improved double teams, navigating screens, expanded playbooks, If you want to go through and read all of this, definitely feel free. Go to the NBA 2K website, look at the courtside report. But that is pretty much all of the relevant information from the courtside report. Now, of course, the first day we get gameplay trailer and gameplay news, Mike Wang starts answering questions from Twitter and from Discord. So we're going to hop on over to Twitter real quick and just read some of these questions that Mike was answering. And he's been going through quite a few questions. So first one, will there be RNG shooting? We already answered that, no RNG shooting. Are there instant greens in NBA 2K26? They made the jump shot, cellies, and shot feedback dynamic based on the quality of the shot. So different factors that go into that. But if you have an excellent release on a wide open shot with a good shooter, you'll get an instant green. Are there different shot meter options? Yes, you have different shot meter options. Are there any changes to the contest system? There have been a number of changes to the contest system logic. We've rebalanced the effectiveness of hands up, no jump contests and jumping contests to better reflect how shots are impacted in real life. So we got no RNG on the shooting, and they've also made some changes to the contest system. So, if y'all thought y'all was able to shoot good in the past, it's going to be more difficult now. So you better get in that lab and work on that jump shot. Are there any changes to how adrenaline bars work? Primarily, they pretty much function to how we know them, but there have been some minor tweaks. For example, if you spam too many escape moves in a short amount of time, it will drain a bar. Is there still a high/low risk reward setting? No. Shot timing and layup timing risk reward settings have been removed. Everyone will play on the same playing field in NBA 2K26. How do height/attribute restrictions work for the custom layups? Height and rating restrictions are similar to NBA 2K25 for the new custom layup packages. So if you qualify for specific players' layup packages in 2K25, you'd qualify for all of that player's individual normal, reverse, scoop, floater, euro, hop, step, spin packages in 2K26. Can you use quick protect even without a defender reaching on you? Does it use adrenaline? You can use quick protect at any time, even if no one's around, and it does not consume adrenaline. So that's good to know, man. We're going to have to see how that goes once we actually get our hands on the game. Now, a few of these weren't from the official Discord. So Mike said ball handlers will be stunned for a moment when they get the ball poked away from them, and bigs will play a slight stumble if they're heavily contested shots blocked under the rim to give the defense an edge in recovering the 50-50 ball. So I don't know how I feel about that first part with the stun. We'll have to actually get a chance to feel it and see how long that stun actually lasts, but hopefully it doesn't last for too long of a time to give you the chance to try to get the ball back. And hopefully it's not something that's like super over exaggerated, but we'll see once we get our hands on the game. This is a question about the dunk meter. Mike said the dunk meter green window will adjust dynamically like layups. So if you're wondering, the dunk meter green window will adjust. Are there any changes to address L2 dexing? We've made efforts to reduce the unrealistic motion cuts that can result from dexing. Attempting to use dexing to cut back and forth repeatedly will consume adrenaline. Can anyone do a quick catch and shoot, or does it have attributes as badge requirements? No, it does not. Anyone can do a quick catch and shoot mechanic. So for my bigs that can shoot out there, you will be able to do this as well. Are there any changes to dunking? Yes, holding turbo and the pro stick down is how you meter dunk in NBA 2K26. This will also encourage more flashy dunks, but you can also get flashy dunks on the shot button if you are wide open with no trailing threats. The meter dunk logic has changed a lot, and you'll notice a much bigger green window on open dunks, both driving and standing. How does rhythm shooting and button shooting compare? Essentially they wanted both options to be viable, with neither having an advantage over the other, but they are very different mechanics, so it's not really possible to directly compare them. Some will be much better with the button, some will be better at the stick. Mike thinks rhythm shooting is definitely more rewarding, so it'll definitely be good for you to learn how to rhythm shoot and master that. And then the last question, somebody asked, can you explain how rhythm shooting works? Can I still green a shot with early or late timing? Rhythm shooting is basically all about mastering your shot's unique tempo. There's still an ideal timing point for when to push the pro stick, but you don't have to green the timing to make the shot. However, the better you time the release, the more wiggle room you have to match the tempo. The timing of the right stick movement and the speed of the stick throw will also affect how the animation plays out. So if you start the push early or throw the stick fast, you'll see the shooter rush the animation. If you delay your push, you'll see the shooter hold the set point and hang a bit before starting the shooting motion. And if you throw the stick too slowly, you'll see a lazier looking follow through. It's great if you need to intentionally rush your shots to beat a closeout or a low shot clock, but your green tempo window will be much smaller. So that is all of the information that I have to y'all today from the news that we got. We cover a lot. Mike will still be answering questions through Discord. So keep going in Discord, dropping your questions. Mike will keep answering them, keep asking them on Twitter. He will answer them as well. And then the cycle continues, man. The roadmap for NBA 2K26. We await more news, the my player news, the builder, all of that good stuff, the city reveal. We're waiting on all of that. So be on the lookout for that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that and turn on post notifications down below, because I will be dropping my video on which edition of the game you need to pre-order. So you won't want to miss that. If you haven't pre-ordered the game yet, you'll definitely want to check that out to see how to get the best bang for your buck. I'll tell you how you can save a little bit of money, so it'll be a win-win situation. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. As always, be sure to stay safe out here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.